Hi everyone, winter is the perfect time to take care of your drivetrain, and in this short video I'm going to take a look at the SRAM 11-speed derailleurs. What you see here is SRAM X1, but X01, XX1 and X01 would be pretty much the same when it comes to basic maintenance. The only tools that you're going to need, this is a 3mm Allen key, this is a Torx T25, this is a pick. But instead of using a pick just to open up the seals of the bearings, you can use any sort of blade. First of all, always make sure that your derailleur hanger is straight. Then make sure that your derailleur is properly attached to it. In this case, the T25 Torx. Make sure it's tightened up properly. If you've never done it, make sure you grease all these joints. Use a Teflon lube, tiny bit of it makes wonders, just to keep this part of the derailleur moving freely. Moving down, you have the clutch. This is a 2.1 type of clutch from SRAM. It's sealed, so it doesn't require any sort of maintenance, and the only thing remaining for you to look at, it's pretty much the jockey wheels. They have a narrow wide design. Not only that this is narrow wide, but they're installed differently. All you need for this is your 3mm Allen key. As soon as you remove the little bolt, and you can see traces of Loctite glue over there, and you have these caps on the what it is, a sealed bearing. Here it is. I opened this up earlier just to make sure that I can show it to you guys easier. So what you can see here is cage bearing. In order to clean the jockey wheel, I use this Finish Line bike degreaser. As for what grease to use, you can see a couple of them that I'm usually using. This is for my motorcycle. This is bike grease made by Motorex. Just make sure you don't overly pack these bearings with grease, because that would increase the friction in them as well. You can see it here. And as soon as you are done that, it's time to push back your ball bearing seals. With the bearing seals back on, just put a bit of grease on top of the seal like you see it here, and then it's time to replace this little cap, and this jockey wheel is ready to go back on the bike. How do you install this back? I want to draw your attention to a couple of things. One is the shape of these teeth. They are narrow wide, but they're not symmetrical. The trick is that U stands for upper, and L on the other side stands for lower. Lower jockey wheel, upper jockey wheel. Find your little bolt, apply a little grease on this bottom half of it, put a bit more blue Loctite on the tip of it, and use your 3mm Allen key to reinstall it onto the cage. You see that L engraving onto the lower jockey wheel, and 3-4 Nm torque, and you're good to move on to the upper jockey wheel. The U marking here on the upper jockey, you have the little L down here on the lower jockey. That tells me that I installed them properly. That's pretty much the only trick when servicing these derailleurs. And remember, when you're running your chain through the rear derailleur, just to match the narrow wide tooth profile with the actual chain. And that's pretty much it, folks. Not a big deal. If you know this couple of little tricks about the SRAM derailleurs, definitely the 11-speed ones, the 10-speed have more common jockeys similar to what Shimano uses. If you have any questions, let me know in the section below. Don't forget to keep an eye on my channel, and until next time, thanks for watching. Cheers.